Christmas. Happy 4th of July. It's time to wake up. So let's wake up with you, girl, today. Yeah. Let's roll up. Let's bake up. Let's do it. Let's get ready for the parties. Party, party, party. Hey, I don't need to use the computer to get the info today. Because... Why? You wonder why, Tasha? Why? Let me tell you why. Just a second. There you go. Because I got the hardcovers. Hardcovers. The Vegas Cannabis Mag is June version. It's June. They didn't have July yet. And the dispensaries and the weekly just happened to be about it being recreational here. So we're going to talk about that again. Again, it's not like a broken record, but hey, it's broken record day. That's what I'm going to call it. Today is broken record day. But before I get to that, let's roll up. I went to the dispensary, obviously. Got me some different weed. It's not new to me, but it is not dirt and poison. I was talking to the attender there while I was there, and she was like, dirt and poison is her favorite too. She can smoke it all the time. I was like, what? Look at my little jar. Ain't it cute? It's really, really cute. And this glass. And this little thingy's coming up now. Came in all of them. Want to see it? I guess so. Look at my nugs. Look at my nugs. Me and my buds. They cool. It's Tangerine Dream. I was going to get Blue Dream, but I was like, no, that might be a little too strong right now for what I'm trying to do. This is not be knocked out. I don't want to be knocked out. So, obviously, today is July 4th. Let's check this out. I know, right? Where you at, man? What you been smoking? So, we'll go to July 4th with the calendar. Tear it off. Wow. July 4th. Not in this house. No, not in his house. Come on now, Tasha. Let's read right today. No stuttering. No repeating words 100 times because I'm nervous. I get nervous. What it says, what it say? As I'm rolling, I'm going to read and roll. Okay, what's that? Not in his house. It's understandable. Getting high brings you to a higher plane of spirituality, and you want to reach out to the big guy upstairs by going to church. Not Negative. But let's keep going. However, the power of pot-induced prayer is better suited for your home rather than in the house of God. What about a weed church? See, I fuck with a weed church. We got one too here in Vegas. It's real. It's a real thing. And weed chapels. Beyond the fact that you're almost certain to pass out during the service. From what? Weed. I had a pastor one year when I was little, right? I used to go to church when I was little. I had a pastor. He used to have the best voice. Oh, best voice. He'd just be so monotone and so deep and just relaxing. And he would talk the whole time like this. And it was just, oh, lovely. I didn't even know what he was saying because I would fall asleep all the time. I wanted to listen. Just to listen to him talk. I didn't care what he was talking about. But I wouldn't fall asleep for no weed. Unfortunately, I wasn't smoking it. Boo. The possibility of openly weeping, giggling during the homily, or choking on the communion wafer are all reasons not to follow up on your friend's suggestion of, dude, we should go to Mass. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph will be all much happier if you spend your Sunday stoned on your couch. All right. What? So May 7th, 4 months ago, March 7th. It melts in the pain away. Come on, man. I'm trying to read. I can't fucking read, man. It's something about reading out loud. Something about it just fucks with your head. Like, you hear your voice and you scared of it. What the fuck is the problem? I don't know. But it melts the pain away. March 7th. Because there are surprisingly few studies focused on the medical benefits of marijuana. Doctors are forced to rely on anecdotal evidence to evaluate the effectiveness of the drug. See, if I read it and don't think about it, then I do good. I just read the words, then I gotta go back and think about it. So I gotta practice reading, man. But that evidence is promising. For example, patients in the Compassionate Care Foundation dispensary in Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, were asked to rank their pain before and after receiving their prescribed doses of marijuana. Of the 145 patients who completely did the survey, about 80% saw their pain levels decrease significantly. On average, the patients claimed their pain levels dropped by 30 to 50%. And they can go by 100%. You just need let's roll up. Keep this in here. I got all these brand new tips and I'm still using recycled tips. I need to throw them all out now. All just trash. It's something about rolling tips. It seems like it take a long time. Maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. But whatever. I'm trying to roll this up so I can get on with it. Only got 45 minutes. I try to limit the show, like keep it to a minimum. Cause people got shit to do, man. Especially in the morning time. People got shit to do. Okay, lives to get started. The wake and bake is not supposed to be breakfast and lunch. It's just breakfast. All right. Finally in there. Finally got this shit right up. Took long enough. Where the fuck is my phone? Via. Yeah. Sad face. Fuck. Hey, check this out. This is my bookmark for the pages that I'm going to read. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, 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 woo. What up, love boobs? What you smoking? Dang, where's my little thingy? Oh my god, did I lose that thing? No. This thing looks like trash, right? It is trash, but after this, it's trash. But I wanted to show this to you, because hey, the weed man don't give us these. It says precaution. I didn't even read it. I started to read it. I was like, what the fuck? I saw marijuana in it. I was like, I gotta say this. I gotta show this to everybody. This is new. The intoxicating effects of marijuana may be delayed by 2 hours or more. Recommended initial dosage is 10 milligrams of THC. Wait at least 2 hours before ingesting any additional marijuana products. This should look like a battery label. Ingesting marijuana products with alcohol or other drugs, including prescription medication, may result in unpredictable levels of impairment. Please consult your licensed physician before doing so. Marijuana products can impair contraception, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a motor vehicle or heavy machinery while under the influence of marijuana. The ingestion of any amount of marijuana products before driving may result in criminal prosecution for driving under the influence. Marijuana products can cause illness in children and pets. Please keep out of reach of children and pets. Allowing children to ingest marijuana products and or storing marijuana products in a location which is accessible to children may result in investigation with child welfare services or criminal prosecution for child abuse and or neglect. Pregnant women, please consult their licensed physician before ingesting marijuana products. All a precaution. This stuff is usually half English and 3 other languages. But this is all English, and this is for weed. And this is the first time I've ever seen this. This is my first time going in the stores after rec sale. I got there, and there was a little line, but they said I could skip the line because I'm VIP, right? So I was like, oh, I didn't even know that. I was sitting in this mini line for nothing. But then I got inside, the line was so much longer. And I was glad then when they said, hey, you can skip this line. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, in there. And I don't know if I was really high or yesterday was just super horny day because everybody was complimenting me and I was complimenting everybody I saw to myself. I complimented one girl to her face. I wanted to tell her 1,000 different ways how nice she was yesterday. And it was just really nice. It was a really nice ass day. It was weird, but it was nice. So, being that it's recreational, I got so much to read. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of this shit today. I really don't. Because a lot of this is broken record information. But the way they worded it sounded a little different. And they advertising for my favorite weed in the local magazine. Now, everybody in the world that didn't know about it knows about it. Like, fucking hell, I'm never going to get my shit back. She said at the store, the girl I was talking to, she said that they don't have no more dermal poison, and they took it all before she could even get any. I'm like, fuck that. This is terrible. So I ended up with tangerine dream, which is a favorite. So you can't just have one favorite. You gotta have a couple of favorites to get you through. Boy, I feel like my mouth is gonna be dry. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? You gotta love hard copies. Gotta fucking love them. Don't you want to just jump through the screen? Oh my god. I want to jump through the screen for you. Let me jump through this page. Like in those movies that jump out the TV. So in here, let's see what they say. This is it. On July 1st, recreational marijuana becomes a part of Nevada's menu of growing up indulgences and celebrity restaurants. Oh, speaking of celebrities, I saw Lamar Odom ass in a pink shirt. Was really pink. And I think it was a polo shirt. He came out of there. I think he came out of there with a bag. He did come out of there with a bag. It wasn't a basketball in his fucking hand. He didn't have a purse in his hand. I just thought about that. What else would he have? But I wasn't really looking at his bag. I was looking at his face, how it's always like this. No matter what he's doing, it's just... He probably fucked like that. Heard he was at the ranch doing some bad things. That's what made me laugh when I saw him. But I don't spread rumors. I just think it's funny. Anyway, he's tall as hell, but Doug, right? He came out as soon as I got there. Let me see. It says, it's difficult to remember something whose arrival in this town has been more hotly anticipated. I think it's a read. I gotta stop thinking about stuff. Some dispensary doors opened up to the public at 12:01 a.m. on July 1st, like a movie studio debuted in a blockbuster the night before opening day. And I heard a whole bunch of other lines was way longer, so I really was in the baby line. Even though it was long when I got in there. That was still the baby line it was telling me. Like, other stores are still trying to tame those crowds. So, they didn't look that long though. But, I mean, I guess if you're there all damn day, you're going to notice that was a lot more people that you see just in one little bitty 5, 10, 20 minutes. It took a long time because everything was screwy. The prices were screwy. And it was just like, what you gonna do about it? Just be ready. So let's say, if you'd like to get in line at one of those dispensaries right now, like you once queued up for new iPhones, did not. I am too cheap for that. Well, I'm not cheap. I call it smart. I'm not gonna go into my rant about iPhones. iPhone people are iPhone people. Everybody else. There's everybody else. There's iPhone, and then there's Windows, and then there's everybody else. And I think really there's no really difference. I think it's just iPhone and Windows now. Because phones are computers now. So yeah, shit. iPhones and Windows people. I'm on Windows. And Harry Potter, the map on page 72 will make your life easier. I'm gonna check it out later. But simply having legal marijuana in your town isn't the same as running out and getting some. If you're nervous about going to a dispensary, or if you've never even tried cannabis before, read on. We'll tell you where to get it, where to enjoy it, and even which strain pairs best with the weekend hikes. Whew! This is a beautiful picture, but it's like, it's a deadly combination of love mixed with hate. That's how I feel about sugar. Sugar is hate, but it's love to some people. Some people just love the fuck out of sugar. I swear. You want to love it, but you know, your body just be like, no, die. My body be like that. No. It says, yes, weed cannabis. What to expect when you walk into a dispensary by Geoff or Jeff Carter. So you decided to buy some of the marijuana products you voted for last November. What will it be like? Oh yeah, damn. They did have to wait for a long ass time after they voted. Damn. Some people did wait. They didn't go to the black market. They just waited until the first, for real. That's 7 months later. Shit. What will it be like? Yeah. Since you waited so damn long. According to Armin, I'm not going to screw his name up right now, CEO of Essence Cannabis Dispensaries, whose branches are on Tropicana and Las Vegas, will begin recreational sales at 12:01 a.m. on July 1st. It should be a very relaxed and personalized experience. Yeah, people make it seem like all stoners are hood and be shooting at each other and shit. No, that shit don't never happen at stoner parties. Maybe one time I heard of one in the history of stoner parties. Somebody got shot at. And I don't even think anybody got hit. I don't remember. It's in Toronto or some shit. But whatever. When you come through the door, you'll be greeted by staff who will ask if you're a recreational customer or a medicinal patient. Y says, I'm going to go with that. I'm not fucking with his name. Other dispensaries do things somewhat differently. We have separate lines for Rec and Med. Did they? Who is this store? Essence. Oh, I didn't go there. Says medicines VIP for sale of marketing. Okay, that's medicines. I didn't go there either. Tanya is her name. You'll be asked to provide proof that you're at least 21 years old, but that information won't be recorded. Essence and other dispensaries do not run customer loyalty programs that require personal information, but that's voluntary. Once your age has been verified, oh yeah, like cigarettes. They don't record that shit when you buy cigarettes. They just be like, give me the cigarettes, bitch, and I'm gonna go. Once your age has been verified, you'll be admitted to a secure consultation waiting area where you can draw cash, a necessity. See Weed 101 on page 16 from an ATM, then process to one of the sales stations where you'll talk to a consultant. The consultant's first questions will be, have you ever tried cannabis before? Then they'll ask, in what form you'd like to consume it. The consultant will only ask pre-qualifying questions to better gauge what you recommend, and they'll point you in the right direction. And of course, you're encouraged to ask questions in return. What do you recommend as a sleep aid? What is the most discreet way to consume? Which strain is best for that Twin Peaks reboot? This is a lot of fucking questions to be in a line full of people asking one fucking person. It's not like they got a whole bunch of experts sitting right there with this. They have a lot of bud tenders that are there to push the product as much as they can and actually just get you out the fucking line. Like, if you want a real consultation with a doctor about how you've been feeling for the last 17 years, you really need to go to a doctor, because this is not the place to do all of this. We need some weed doctors, like some real doctors that'll talk about the weed strain. The doctors that we got for weed now just be like, here's your prescription, bitch, get on my face. I don't care what you smoke. And don't smoke it around me. That's how she be. She don't say that, but that's how it is. So look. Both Y and Tanya explain that most dispensaries are staffed with bud tenders. Oh my God, here we go. I ain't gonna talk shit about that. I'm just gonna read. Whose mission is to, it said bud tenders. I didn't do that. Whose mission is to help customers from the start of the process to the finish. If you need further clarification, you'll be invited to look at the array of products in the cases, edibles, concentrates, vape pens, and the like. You won't find Whole Foods style bulk bins full of flour yet. We need that. But Essence's Y says that you'll be able to check out any flour you like before you commit. your purchase. We have sniff jars. He says you'll be able to look at it and smell it and make a determination, which is going to take another 20, 30, 40 minutes of your day. This shit is hard. It's not like going into a fast food restaurant. It's not. After that, you make your selections. Keep in mind, different strains and products can have dramatically different strengths and effects, and select all the cannabis your green heart desires up to the 1 ounce legal limit. A conversation table is provided for concentrates. A conversion table is provided for concentrates, edibles, vapes, and other products that can simply be weighed like flour can. Then you put your cash down, gather up your purchases, and walk out into the new world. And seriously, if your favorite dispensary has a loyalty program, look into joining it. You'll likely be back. Oh, this is a different story. I thought this was like part of the same. I mean, it's part of the same story, but it's not a long story. So I really could be reading 4 mini articles. That's better than one giant article. All right, this one says, before indulging, a few warnings worth considering by Simone Reed. You might endanger your job. This is kind of repetitive, but it's kind of not. So, not to be a party pooper. Well, shit. I'm not a party pooper. I'm a motherfucking 100. But the feds still consider weed to be as bad as heroin. Fuck yeah. That shit crazy to me still. It just blows me like. So even though it's legal in Nevada, don't be surprised if your employer defers to federal laws. The Gaming Control Board has taken a firm stance against marijuana, and casinos have more to lose than gain from fucking conviction. There are no job protections for employees who consume in some fields, such as law enforcement, flat out prohibit consumption. Huh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Keeping that in mind. I hate to think about that. So how can you exercise your freedom and remain gainfully employed? If you already have a job, don't give your boss a reason to suspect anything. Don't show up to work reeking of weed, and do show up sober. Also, keep your giant bong off social media. If you needed to be told that, then please just do it. If you're on the job hunt, chill on consuming until you know the rules of your new gig. It would be a shame to apply for your dream job interview and get chosen only to have the offer rescinded when you fail the new hire drug test. MGM Resorts, one of Nevada's largest employers, isn't changing its current employee drug testing procedure, and yes, it tests for marijuana. Not everybody do, and not everybody care. Stop. I'm not going to say nothing else. Keep out of reach of children. You didn't know that? Do it. Being a responsible cannabis user means being mindful of those around you. Edibles in particular can be inviting to youngsters or unsuspecting adults. And even though a regulation prevents cannabis products from being modeled after a brand of products primarily consumed by or marketed to children, we spotted edibles on the market that look a whole lot like candy. Hence the pictures. So keep your goodies in their wrappers and where visitors can't accidentally find them. Take extra care with edibles. Unless you're a weed ninja. A weed ninja. It's funny. You need to be cautious with doses. Edibles can trick you. A tiny silver sliver of chocolate can pack a wallop, and it can take several hours to kick in. In the meantime, resist the temptation to consume more because you don't feel anything. Horror stories of freakouts and overwhelming paranoia abound. If you didn't know the difference between a bottle of light beer and a bottle of whiskey, would you down the latter to find out? Know the rules of the road, it says. How long do you have to wait before you're safe to drive? Can you consume the equivalent of one beer and then drive? How much is too much? Nobody really knows. And the answer varies with a bunch of factors such as weight and tolerance. We're delving into uncharted territory when it comes to the effects of marijuana. Here's what we can tell you. Urine tests are out. Blood tests are in. And as of July 1st, officers will only be testing for the active substance in your bloodstream. The inactive stuff that can linger in your system for weeks or months will no longer cause a conviction, a Metro spokesman explained. Police will only pull you over if you give them probable cause. If you feel in any way weird, even if it's the next day, don't drive. Right. I'm so happy that they put these in here today, this week, because, why not? Why the fuck not? Week 101, first time buyers tips. This is in the Las Vegas Weekly magazine. You can go online and check this out too. If you want to see a copy of it, obviously I can't post it on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus unless I go to the electronic copy. So until then, number 1, we got what we got on the list. 6 things on the list. Nevada dispensaries can't accept checks or credit cards. Whoa, they've been accepting the fuck out of mine. I sure been swiping it like swipey swipe. No bullshit. And then I use cash sometimes too, because I used cash yesterday because I thought I was going to a place I thought I was going to get them to bring it to me, but then they said that they don't deliver right now because of what's going on with the rec and shit. So I had to just go to them, and since I had the cash on me, when you go there, you can use your card. When they come to you, it's like how? I mean, there's a way. They just don't do it yet. You can get a swiper. Number 1, Nevada dispensaries can't accept checks or credit cards. So the DEA still considers marijuana a Schedule 1 controlled substance, which makes it illegal at the federal level. And maybe that means that's a sign that it is going to be over very fucking soon. Because of the shit that's happening in reality versus the shit that they tell us. The shit that they tell the media versus the shit that I see firsthand. It just be like really different sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes it just be different. And it's be like, to me, it looks like things are going forward. They saying things are going backwards sometimes. And I'm like, I don't see how they're going to go backwards. But, I think the media get news late, very, very late. Like the public get news from the media. And then most times people don't even listen. You got to say shit like 100 times before people even pick it up one time. Because people don't be paying attention. They just be there like zoned and shit. So I guess repeating this ain't going to kill nobody. It might help somebody. But okay. It says, in any bank with which a dispensary could do business is subject to federal regulation. Dispensaries aren't wild about the situation either. We would love nothing more than to be able to take credit cards, says Essence Armin Y. That kid again. No one in cannabis wants to be an all-cash business. It's more time consuming. Luckily, most dispensaries, including Essence, have on-site ATMs. They have ATMs too. But we got money machines too. So what the fuck are you talking about? It's time consuming. It's gonna take another 20 minutes to count $1,000,000 on the money machine. Yeah, that's real time consuming. You get hit up at that time. Number 2, don't go to Henderson to buy yet. Ooh, that's a good one. Oh no, this is for first time buyers. Maybe it's for everybody. First, I was thinking, why would they say that? Is that for rec people because they don't sell recreational, or is that for just first time buyers? And why would they say that? I don't know. Let's see. I was thinking about going to Henderson, looking for my Dark Poison. I couldn't find it though on their menus, so I'm like, I'm not gonna go on there. If they ain't got it, they just ain't fucking got it. Sad face. But where I went, they had some distill it. So I'm gonna try that next time. I'm gonna try the oil next time. So last February, the Henderson City Council adopted a wait and see approach to recreational marijuana, with a 6-month moratorium on sales. Henderson's dispensary are expected to come on board by August. Oh, update. Number 3, ignore those rumors that medical weed is stronger. Oh, good one. That's a good one. At the current time, anything that's medical is also recreational. We've merged the two systems. State Senator Tick Siggerbloom says, the Snoop Dogg OG you buy will be identical to the stuff your medical card carrying friends buy, with one caveat. Number 4, expect to pay a bit more with medical marijuana. More than medical marijuana customers. A 10% retail tax tacked onto all recreational sales during Nevada's recent legalization legislative session will be applied at checkout. I'm thinking like, oh my god, it was so much. It's easier to just go to the nigga down the street. It is. Fuck this shit. Let me start over. A 10% retail tax tacked onto all recreational sales during Nevada's recent legislative session will be applied at checkout. But it's okay. Those monies will be used to shore up Nevada's rainy day fund, 40% of which will be used to replenish the state's education coffers. Man, I was watching this video yesterday about drugs. This movie, it was from Discovery Channel or History Channel, about drugs and shit. It was just making me angry, and it was just like, I was learning a lot, but it was making me angry because about the way things are going with weed and the way things have gone. It's like being angry about slavery and you wasn't a fucking slave. I hate that shit. I'll be like, bitch, stop. No. So I try not to think about the things that used to happen to us in the weed community, because it didn't happen to me. Even though it makes me upset. I want to learn what I got to learn from it, and then I want to move on with my life. I just want to get what I got to get from it, and keep going. That's it. Don't be dwelling on it like it's today. Number 5, keep it at home. One of the strict conditions of legalization is that you can only partake on your own property or on the property of a friend who has given you permission. That means you can't smoke on the streets, at concerts, in casinos, at bars, or anywhere else non-consenting parties might be present. That includes in private cars on public roads. Number 6, brace your dry mouth. Brace your dry mouth. That is funny. Marijuana contains THC, a cannabinoid, the chemical compounds in cannabis that influence the receptors in your brain and body. And aside from interacting with the cannabinoid receptors in your brain and nervous system to produce euphoria, THC causes your submandibular glands, well, damn, to temporarily quit producing saliva. Oh, are you serious? Oh, fucking wow. I didn't know that was why. Combat the shutdown by drinking lots of water, like you should be doing anyway. Okay. Jeff Carter. Okay. It's a good reason to drink water. I didn't know they was like, I don't know. I didn't know how your mouth got dry. I thought it was just smoke just make your mouth dry. But he said, and I figured it was the THC too, because the higher the THC, the drier your mouth gets for real. So I didn't. Wow, it does what? It causes your spit glands. What I'm assuming, spit glands to temporarily quit working. So hey, that's a good time to have a mango on hand. Bet you they start working then. Come back to life real fast. Like, yeah. All right, this is it. This is the last one for today. And then we're going to get to the other shit from Vegas Cannabis Magazine tomorrow. Perfect parents, the right strain for every endeavor, whether for medical purposes, recreational fun, or a little of both. More people across the country are embracing the delicious highs of cannabis, and now Nevada can too. Well, which strains should you try first, and which activities do they best pair with? Seattle Weekly cannabis writer, gotta check this out, Megan Angus recommends these 5 strains to get you started down the emerald path, and these activities to get the most enjoyment out of each. Harley Quinn. This sativa dominant strain features the refreshing taste of mangoes, which enriches CBDs, the element in weed that deals with physical pain, and a bit lower in THC, the element in weed that gets you high. Harley Quinn is also known for its anti-inflammatory properties. This combination provides an alert and focused high with diminished pain. I can't think of a better strain to smoke before hiking in the Valley of Fire or other trippy Nevada landscapes. Whew, yes. Gotta love Nevada. Durban Poison. Let's face it, even when we want to get high, we still have to get stuff done. This extremely popular pure sativa strain comes to us all the way from South Africa, and is the perfect companion for your busy days. That's every day. Providing an energetic, positive vibe. Hi. Just a couple of puffs of sweet, earthy Durban Poison can feel like a strong cup of coffee and leaves people with a nice pep in their step. Sour Diesel. Very popular. I haven't heard anything about that lately. I've heard people still smoking it, but not like that. This blissed out sativa dominant hybrid is a perfect combination of smiles, body highs, and energy to complement a night out dancing or seeing a concert. The herbal sage flavor will sit well with your gin and tonics. Uplifting and sexy. This is my number 1 pick for hitting the clubs and dancing until the sun comes up. I miss my Durban Poison. That's what I miss. Life was just so much easier. Girl Scout cookies. I've had all of these. No, I haven't had Harley Quinn yet. I'm going to try it though. There are plenty of reasons why this hybrid strain is so famous. For starters, it's pretty strong, so it doesn't take much to get stoned. Its proven ability to combat pain Loss of appetite and nausea makes it a favorite for cancer patients, but it can also provide a euphoric and visionary high, perfect for stimulating the music. Try this the next time you're feeling creative and inspired. Yeah, I got mixed emotions about that shit. Like, I really do. I feel mixed about it. Like, sometimes I want to smoke it. Sometimes I'll be like, I'll pass. And it's just like, how can you say you'll pass on weed? So that's the only reason I don't pass if I have to. But if I get a choice, that's not going to be my first choice. Am I going to complain about smoking it? Never. Bubba Kush, I'll pass on this one too. And not complain about it. This 20-year-old strain of indica, but I still smoke it. For New Orleans is notorious for inducing an experience called couch lock, as in you're so high that you're locked to the couch. Deeply tranquilizing. Bubble Kush mellows tensions and muscles with a dreamy, relaxing high, with a luscious flavor profile of coffee and chocolate. This is a perfect strain for staying in bed all day, binge watching Netflix, and eating takeout. Yes, chocolate and coffee sounds good, but that's not what I was thinking. I smoked some. I was thinking I'm ready to get like I need some weed. After I smoked it, I was like, I need some weed. What is this? Other notable strains: Black Afghan, Indica Relaxed Effect, Peppery Earthy Flavors, Blue Dream, Sativa Relaxed Creative Effects, Sweet Blueberry Flavors, Dosey Do Indica, Happy Sleepy Effects, Earthy Berry Flavors, Golden Ticket Indica, Uplifted Happy Effects, Sweet Spicy Citrusy Flavors, OG Story Indica, Euphoric Effects, Lemony Earthy Flavors, Venom OG, Indica Relax, Happy Effect Earthy Flavors. Cracking. That's all I got. And it's that time. It means it's that time, man. I got shit to do. I know you do too. So let's get our asses to work. But before I go, this picture is the picture of Black Afghan. In case you were wondering, what the fuck is that? That is some Black Afghan. And they have that here at Essence. I never had it. And I just read about Black Afghan. I don't know what I said. I just was trying to read it. But I don't think I'm going to try it. I don't think I saw any black weed, blackberry, or any of that. It's either the berries or it's the black. Something about that weed, I can't fuck with it. I heard it's for like people that got anorexia and shit. Obviously, I'm not anorexia. So, I didn't even do my heart this morning. So I'm going to do my heart now. Tripping, man. I'm tripping. I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. Okay, here we go. Well, it's so much. It was so much the information to force out. I forgot to do my intro. So there we go. Have a high ass, dank ass, baked ass, incredible edible ass day. Yeah. Until tomorrow. Don't eat too much barbecue if you can help it.